Hello everybody, it's Rusty, back with another quest guide, and this time I'm going to be taking you through Twilight of the Gods, Runescape's latest quest, and a continuation of the ongoing Elder God Wars saga. Before we jump in, I'm going to say that this is a really fun quest. I very much enjoyed going through it. It's well put together, the lore is really interesting, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go with the upcoming Zamorak fight. And finally, whoever was in charge clearly had their puzzle hat on, because there are a number of fun ones throughout the quest. All in all, a really fun quest. I very much enjoyed playing through it. Anyway, jumping in, we're going to kick things off outside the entrance to Centerston, just north of the Archaeology Guild, by having a chat to the wounded White Knight outside, and he'll reveal that there are some demons unleashed in Centerston, and we're going to head in to try and work out what's going on. There are some great demons in the area up ahead who are aggressive, so take some food if you're worried, but generally it's pretty easy to run past them. As you head in, you'll see a number of dead knights and piles of ash that you can inspect to get a few clues, and then the trail of blood on the western side of the pit here, which you'll work out you should follow throughout the city. It leads us through the cathedral and then out to the western side over here, and eventually in the southwest corner we'll find Nerissa in her house talking to Grigorovich, except possibly not Grigorovich. It turns out he has a bit of a personality disorder going on, and in order to try and fix this, we are going to head into the Centerston Asylum. Of course, it's not that simple though. When we get there, we find that the way is locked. There are a number of different things around in the house you can interact with, but the interesting ones we want are the notes on the floor here, which will give you some clues as to which key is which. Once you've read those, go ahead and pull the crane lever on the bottom floor. Activating the lever will open a drawer in the filing cabinet on the top. Go ahead and search that to grab the bunch of keys, and if you use them on the gate, you'll be given a list of keys, which we can cross-reference against the set of notes we get in order to work out which key we need. For me, it was the short purple key. The wiki suggests it's usually either that or the long purple key. With the gate open, we'll head into the Centerston Asylum, and we'll begin trying to explore it without catching the attention of the abyssal demons that are patrolling the area, but you will fairly quickly fail and be brought before the three demonic lords who are here in the main body of the asylum. They reveal that the personality disorder affecting Grigorovich is also causing some problems for other demons within the abyss, and they want you to explore the asylum to find a cure. The key bits of the cure we need are as follows. First of all, pick up a syringe from the crate that's over here in the southeastern area. Then want to expect the spiky chair here, quite close to the entrance, to grab some infernal ashes. Have a chat to Senechinus, who will lead you through to the room all the way in the northwest over here. And as you have a chat to him, you'll find out that the cure you gave him also wasn't permanent, but he will give you the Break Curse scroll which you need. Grab a vial from the room just to the northeast of him here, and then fill it in the sink in the room all the way to the south over here. Then head through to the room just to the east of that, and you will find Nabor. If you search his body, you'll find some experiment notes, the key part of which being that there are two phases of experiments, and in the second one he added some Chthonian blood to the potions. If you search the desk and the shelves here, you'll find sets of notes on the two different phases of the experiments. Cross-referencing the two, we find that the only cure that was successful in both phases was number 6, and checking its contents with the rack of potions over here, we find that it needs infernal ashes. Going to go ahead and use infernal ashes on the vial, and then as the final ingredient we need some Chthonian blood, which you can get by using the syringe on Senechinus. With the cure complete, go ahead and give it to the abyssal lords. We'll have a fun little cutscene in which Grigorovich and Senechinus are both cured, and Grigorovich turns out to be a very pink abyssal demon, and after a bit more conversation with the lords, they will reveal that Zamorak is gathering his infernal forces in order to invade Gielinor. We obviously don't want this to happen, and so we're going to head over and have a chat to Saradomin, who is in the White Knight's castle in Falador. A reminder, if you haven't been here before, you get to him by going up this ladder to the east, and then up these stairs just to the west, and you will find yourself in Saradomin's throne room. After a fairly long chat with him, he will send you to investigate the Star Lodge, the Zamorakian archaeology site, We're first going to head into the Jolly Boar Inn, which is just next to it, and have a chat to the 4 White Knights there to get some information about what they've found. Once you've got information from all 4, head into the Star Lodge cellar itself, and you'll find a wannabe cultist who will challenge you with a quiz about the Order's belief. The correct answers you need are, firstly, growth through chaos is the prime belief. The original founder of the Order was Philippa Wharton. And finally, the Order offers sacrifices to Dagon. Once you've got all 3 of those right, Blythe will give you the robes that she was going to use, and you can put them on and head into the cellar. You'll get initiated into the Order and given a new name, which is very exciting, and then we need to head around gathering information from the cultists. Firstly, you want to chat to Audrey, who is in the entry room here, then speak to Winona, who is in the middle of conducting a ritual up to the north. To take part in the ritual, just repeat the 3 phrases after her, and that will give you your second piece of information. In the cells in the southern room here, you'll find a prisoner, and if you have a chat to them, we'll find out that they need some robes before they can get out. In the corridor just outside, have a chat to Ridley to get your third piece of information, and then in the southeastern room, have a chat to Edda to get the 4th. The robes are in a chest to the south, but we need a key in order to get into it, so head to the sleeping cultist at the northern edge of the corridor here and pickpocket them a few times to get the key. It might take a few tries, so just keep going until you get it. Use that to unlock the chest in the room here and grab some robes, and finally give them to the prisoner to get them out and receive your final piece of information. With all the information gathered, we will head back to Saradomin in Falador and explain our discovery to him, and we'll be interrupted by other White Knights who are coming and bringing news of the invasion around Gielinor. After a conversation with him, we'll decide that the best way of getting rid of Zamorak is to reinstate the edicts of Guthix, so we're going to go and try and make a plan to do that. First of all, head to the library on the 1st floor, have a chat to Saradomin's daughter, and she will suggest that you go and chat to the Guardians of Guthix. They are assembled at the Tree of Balance, which is just south of the Archaeology Guild, and once you've had a chat to them, they will send you off to go and find a suitable site for the ritual. In order to do so, we need to grab an energy scanner from Saradomin. The next phase, if you want to do it yourself, works very much like a compass clue scroll. Just move around Gielinor, checking which direction the arrow points in at each location, and using that to triangulate the different ritual sites, but just to shortcut it for you here. The first one that we're interested in is the entrance to the Hall of Memories. You can either teleport there using the 6th Age Circuit if you've got it, or just run north from the Eagle's Peak Lodestone, have a chat to the Archivist at the entrance, and they'll reveal that that ritual site is not suitable. Secondly, we want to head to the Divine Spring on Karamja, just northeast of the Nature Altar. You annoyingly can't get in while there is a Guthixian cache active, which meant I had to wait a while doing this. But eventually, when you're in the right spot and there is no cache, you will see a small green wisp appear. And once you gather that, you'll be taken down into the cache and have a chat to the automaton there, who will tell you that this site also is not suitable. The third and final site is in the Lost Grove. You can get there either by using the Surlac portal at Ward Retreat if you've unlocked it, or if not, just head through the standing stones that are to the west of the incandescent wisp colony. Once you have a chat to Merethiel, the Guardians of Guthix will gather, and the site will be declared suitable, but they need you to go and get some materials before we can actually start, which for some reason needs you to go all the way to Tavily Dungeon and have a chat to Izora there. You can either just teleport to Tavily Lodestone and run through the dungeon to the Black Knight's fortress at the south side, or alternatively teleport there using your archaeology outfit if you've got it. With the materials gathered, we will enter the phase of preparing the ritual, in which we play Wordle a number of times. There are a few different components you need here. First of all, gather some energy from the wisp to the north, and weave that into runes at the offering cradle. That will give you the letters you need. Grab some stone circle building kits from the cart in the southeast of this area, and use that to build the first 4 stone circles, going clockwise starting from the west, and add a letter to each one. Again, if you want to do this properly, this is very much just playing Wordle. The letters will turn green if they are in the right place, orange if it's the right letter in the wrong location, or otherwise just remain grey. But if for some reason you don't want to play Wordle 9 times in a row, then the words you need are as follows. For phase 1, with 4-letter words, you need the words ward, halt and gods in some order. For phase 2, with 5-letter words, you need the words anima, aegis and leave in some order. And finally, for phase 3, with 6-letter words, you need in some order the words shield, banish and divine. Once you trigger the final phase, you will gain some understanding into the nature of the ritual, and in particular learn that you won't be able to control it. So if you trigger it, you will banish all the gods from Gillinor. Go back and report this to Saradomin, and he will gather you and the other gods in Sliskay's Empyrean Citadel to discuss the potential consequences of this. And after a short conversation with them, and with your friendly voices of light and shadow, the quest will be complete, and we'll find out exactly what does or doesn't happen with the edicts, I am sure, when we fight Zamorak. In the meantime, however, you get a little bit of magic and divination XP, and you get a ring which allows you to turn into an abyssal demon, which I'm sure is what you wanted. Oh, and also some bonuses for when you're fighting Zamorak. Anyway, I will wrap up there. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and that you enjoy playing through the quest. Good luck with Zamorak, and I will see you for the next video.